So currently, seated at the head of the table is Lord Withermere himself, rotund, kind of looks like Dr. Robotnik, just like munching on some of the biggest turkey you've ever seen. To his left and right are Lady Frenda, which most of you know at this point, and Lord Gustav of Hiffen. I believe that was his name. A few of the others that you have seen is kind of Lord Boren, Lord Vint, Lord Faisha, and Lord Wide. I think Tethrin is currently seated next to Lord Faisha, who's trying to talk to him about his trade negotiations with, what was the name of the island?
Whaletail Island.
Whaletail Island, yes. About papayas, if I'm correct.
Yeah. That's correct.
So as all of you are just enjoying the dinner, what are each of you kind of doing at this point? Like, what's your mindsets?
I would like to get away from this old man.
I believe you were with Lord Boren?
I believe that sounds right.
Okay, so you want to get away from the old man and try and get closer to the younger people in the crowd, is that right?
Yeah, people my age.
Okay. While Vasher's trying to do that, Zala, what are you up to?
I'm just keeping an ear out to see if just listening if there's any good political intrigue or semi-secrets that are let slipped.
Okay. All right. Then.
Definitely not plotting a murder.
Never.
So, Vasher.
Yes.
Lord Boren. No, you were with Vint, I believe.
Yes,
he was
Vint.
the old man, right?
That's what I thought.
Like
also,
he was like the Milton. Of,
yes.
Yeah.
Back when I was your age, I was a part of the war, and see what. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. The one that's raging on now.
I'm sorry, this war has been raging for 100 years.
Let me start over. My name is Lord Vint.
Oh, Lord Vint, we've been through this a few times. Have you met actually the Lord of Whaletail Island?
Whaletail Island?
Yeah.
Why, I believe I fought some of those Goldens back, I would say about 80 years ago.
Yeah. Let me introduce you to the new Lord. He's a great man, and I'll start trying to shuffle him towards Tethrin.
All right, so you guys are currently all seated at the table eating.
Oh, fuck! God damn it!
Vasher, he was telling the story.
Oh.
So you can point him out if you wish.
Oh yeah, I'll point to Tethrin.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check for me.
That's not my worst. That is a 19.
That's not bad. Let me roll. Dang, I don't even have my dice out. 1 second. Let me roll for him. I will say it's a disadvantage. Okay. He says, yes, I think I have a bone to pick with some people from Whaletail. He kind of starts shuffling and stands up and starting to like walk around the table. He moves slowly.
The story.
Jessica, he told the same story 3 times.
But he added a different detail every time.
Yeah, but they were all conflicting details. They
Really?
They didn't overlap.
I
They
didn't
did
notice.
overlap. That was the problem. He changed the people he was fighting every time.
Well, anyways, Tethrin might want to hear the story, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to share the knowledge. We can all collaborate at the end and see what the true story is.
You see his foot kind of like snag on part of the carpet. As he's walking, you see his robes are slowly being pulled from his person as he continues to shuffle around the table. They haven't been pulled off yet, but they're starting to unravel. And yes, you have noticed this.
No.
Let's see. At this point, Zala, are you here? Doesn't seem like Zala's here. So I'm gonna say, Leo, what are you up to?
I'm just kind of keeping an eye on uh, was it Darren or Gustav, the one that's like courting?
You know,
Um,
it might be Darren. I think
I
Gustav
don't
might be
remember.
his father.
Dad? Okay, okay.
So Gustav's the last name, right? It's Darren Gustav.
Yes.
No, Hithen,
No, you're right. You're right.
Lord
It's
of Hithen. Oh, Hithen's
yeah.
the place.
Yeah, Hiffin's
Yeah.
the place.
Gotcha.
So it is Darren Gustav. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you're just keeping an eye on him?
I'm keeping an eye on him and kind of anyone else who's around, Lady Brenda, because I'm
Okay, just
still
go ahead.
worried.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. No, not persuasion. Perception check. For me, please.
Perception. There it is. Oh, 21.
Not bad. You're kind of just keeping an eye on him. I would say that you guys are in scattered places about the table. With a 21, I'm gonna say, Leo, you're probably closer to where is that where what I said before, that you guys were all kind of in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of split up. I think I was with Tethrin kind of, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
me, Zala, Vasher, and Yeska, Tethrin, and Leo.
That
Yep.
is everyone.
Yep.
So you're kind of looking over in that direction. You see Darren kind of like lean over to Lord Withermere and whisper something in his ear, and you see him go, this is so funny. This is very funny. And he kind of chuckles along, and then he looks around the table real quick. He makes eye contact with you briefly, and just gives you like a calm nod. Roll insight.
That nod was way too calm.
17.
17. You do notice that while he has a very calm demeanor about himself, and like he's not like keeping an eye on the room or anything like that, but he is keeping an eye on you. Though that may just be because you're a furball. You're not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's get out. Yeah, I don't like him. Okay. That's basically what I'm focused on.
Okay. Yeska, what are you doing? Are you just
I mean, no one's really talking to me anymore. I'll just sit and eat.
okay? Just for my sake, go and roll perception.
Can do. Eat. 10.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of food here that you've never seen before. Some of it smells great. Some of it looks dubious. You see a bowl that looks like it's just full of eyes. And it's like a little ways away from you, but one of the eyes in particular is just looking at you. And it's giving you the heebie-jeebies.
I'll how far is it?
You can like reach over and touch the bowl.
Yeah, I'll reach over and I'll turn it the other way.
You slightly turn it, and Raylan, you see one of the eyes starts looking at you now. If Raylan's here, I can't tell.
I mean, these people
The
should
fuck?
be here.
What is that? Yeska, what the fuck is that?
You tell me. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Are you guys whispering, or are you just talking?
I don't know how far away we are from each other, but we're not trying to draw.
Yeah, I'd mind him, I guess.
You what?
I'd limited telepathy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a couple of the eyes are now looking directly at you, just into your soul. What are you doing, Raylan?
Well, for that, I was just sipping on the whiskey I got again.
Okay, you're still enjoying the whiskey. Are you
Yep.
eating any of the food?
Not particular. I don't want this fancy shit right now.
Okay, good to know. as the dinner's kind of going on, you're currently seated, probably I would say fairly close to some members of your party, but nearby, Lord Boren is also seated. Similarly rotund person. He to Lord Withermere, not to yourself. He leans over and says, "Pardon my asking again. I don't remember from last session if I asked this to you already, but what are you exactly?"
I'm pretty sure I am a thing called a Verdan. Not really caught up on what the fuck that is or not, but I got books I gotta read, so as far as I know, I'm a Verdan.
Huh, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Would you be interested in coming by the Brunifer College at some point?
Are you gonna stick me? I've been
What?
stuck before. I don't exactly like it.
I don't know what you imply by
You're gonna
sticking, but
poke me with shit,
no, never, never. We just have some very learned people that they might be able to assist you in
Uh,
identifying your origins.
the last time I was talking to learned people who wanted to identify who I was, I ended up being butt ass naked in the middle of the street when I woke up.
Huh. Well, that's
But
yes.
always should never, judge off of first impressions. I'll do it again. Why the fuck not?
What was that? If you would excuse me. He kind of scoots back.
Naked. I'll go to the thing. I don't want to be butt naked again. That's not my thing.
No, it's not a. I'll be right back. And he starts heading out of the chamber.
He's walking away.
Yeah. Let's see, Tethrin.
A naked version of me in this brain.
Wait, what?
That's kind of cold, dude.
Telepathy. An image of me, butt ass naked in the middle of the street in his head.
Oh gosh. Yeah, he moves even quicker out of the chamber. Tethrin.
Feywild? You must have meant Fey Mild with how poorly you played that song, and then I kicked him out of the kingdom. So
That is fascinating. But if we could get back to the topic of trade, I personally think that, well, if you would be happy to get through our port authority in Sailwind, I could give you a favorable, I'd say 60% deal on any goods or services that you may be able to render from Whaletail Island. Now, what are your normal business hours, or when it comes to these kinds of messages? Because I do have several contracts I'd like you to look over.
See, that's the troubling thing right now. The reason I'm actually in Sephiria doing business now is because it's the holy month on Whaletail Island, and so all businesses are shut down until the end of the month. So I've been here because I can't work there. So it's just gonna take a while, I think, all things considered.
A holy month that requires no work for the entire month.
Yes, we prepare beforehand, and then we do it.
I am not very. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not very familiar with the customs of Whaletail Island. What exactly is your religion? As a curious bystander.
That's a good question. We worship the whale which gave its tail for us to live upon.
Oh, so you live?
Yes, that's why it's called Whaletail Island, believe it or not.
I should have guessed.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Uh-huh. A lot of people think the whale to be an ancient titan, which, it was here and then it wasn't, and so, we have the tail. He doesn't have the tail. He's gone. And he was whaley sad when he lost his tail, but we weren't, because we had a place to live.
Roll a deception check. You were doing okay.
18.
Okay. She's nodding along, just kind of following. Um, she's not entirely sure if the pun is part of the religion, so she's just kind of leaving it alone. Um,
You can talk to our high priest if you ever visit Whaletail. He could tell you the whole story.
of course, yes. I would love a visit to Whaletail Island. What time of year is it best to go there?
Well, often our prime uh tourist months are the summer months. That's when the tropical island is at its most tropical, I would say. So,
Any dangerous beasts or anything that would
multiple, yeah. So, the thing is, right? So it's a tropical island, but there's also some tropical beasts, as well as some aquatic creatures, which we have to be careful for. One nearly got me on my way off the island. I was sailing my boat. I was captain of the ship, and all of a sudden, these large tentacles wrapped around the ship, and we had to fight it off before safely breaking away.
So not only are you a king, you're also a captain.
Well, what is a king if not a captain? Am I right?
That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
This line of questioning continues for some time as you continue to speak with this person that is very fascinated in the entirety of Whaletail Island, and you have not rolled below a like a 14 or a 15 during this entire conversation. So she's wrapped. Zala,
Hello? Yeah.
you said you were like kind of keeping an ear out for.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm not talking to anyone.
Okay, go ahead and roll a investigation check for me. Just
Okay.
jumping in between a bunch of random conversations.
How does an 11 hit you?
With an 11, you start hearing rumblings about like how the war is kind of going and how like the kingdom is responding to such things, but then you just keep getting sidetracked listening to all the bullcrap that Tethrin's currently spewing.
Yeah.
And then after a little bit, you start thinking maybe he is. Like it's a lot of detail to just, and then like now you're having a hard time parsing whether or not Tethrin's from an island and potentially a king.
Oh no! What if everyone's from Whaletail Island?
So, the evening moves on. Dinner ends. Desserts are brought out for all of you, and conversation becomes a little bit more lively as people start standing up and just kind of mingling in separate sections of the estate. After a little while, the dining room kind of clears out, and all of you are kind of pulled in random directions with different lords. Eventually, the lords kind of mix around a little bit, and you're able to speak with different people than you were previously. Vasher.
Yep.
Lord Vint has finally left you and Yeska alone. As you see, the younger crowd is out by the balcony, just kind of like looking out into the city, whose lights are all lit up at this point. There's a cool night breeze blowing in from the open balcony windows as you see several people just kind of mingling and talking.
I will stand up and I will go talk to them.
Okay.
How do you do, fellow kids?
How do you do, fellow youths?
Non-murderers.
You
That's funny.
you walk out to the balcony. Yeska, are you following or are you doing your own thing?
I'll beckon Yeska. I'll be like, Yeska, come on. The real fun's outside.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this.
All right.
And I'm gonna whisper this one and be like, look, I'm not gonna say that we're not important in this conversation, but we're not the politics people.
Sure, I'll follow him.
Yeah, come on. This will be fun. This will be fun.
So
We'll talk to people that are cool.
The two of you walk out into the veranda area, where several youths are currently standing out there talking. You see a cluster of young women currently next to what looks like a rose bush that are just talking amongst themselves. You see a few other young men currently seated around a table and like laughing very loudly. And then on the far end, you see just a mix of a few people, two young elven women, two dwarven men, and one like gnomish person, just kind of speaking to each other.
Is the gnomish person a man or a woman?
You can't tell from the thing.
That's one drag.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's all right. Anyways, is there space at the table where the guys are laughing?
So let's say that at the table itself, two of the guys are currently seated. There's two open chairs, and two others are kind of standing on either end, and they're like laughing and dropping down drinks on the table, just kind of playing some kind of game.
Yes, guy. I think they're playing a game. Let's go. Come on.
I don't know if I really like games.
Okay, that is a good point. But this time, we haven't been drinking, and we have no money to gamble, so
I guess that's true.
we should be okay. And I will approach the table.
You approach the table. Immediately, the two that are standing kind of turn in your direction. Big smiles, all human around the table at the moment. All of them are wearing the sigil of You'll Break. Only one of them seems to be wearing the sigil of Safiria.
And I'll wave at them. And I'll say, "Howdy, I'm Basher. This is Yeska."
Hi.
Oh yes, hi. You're with the group there. Sorry. I'm Torn. This is Michael. He points down to one of the people currently seated at the table. Bon and Vane.
Nice to meet you all. What are y'all up to? What are y'all playing?
Oh, we're playing this drinking game. Come sit.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah. All right. And I'll come sit.
We watched it at the bar with a group of people, the Battle Lads. You heard them?
Oh yeah, I do know the Battle Lads.
Okay, so you take a drink. He's like pushes over one of the drinks that is currently at the table at you.
And they thought they could keep me from drinking tonight, and I'll grab the drink.
And you, white-haired boy, you want drink?
And I'll be like, I'll mouth to Yeska. I'll be like, you can pass. You don't have to.
I think I'm okay. Pass.
Okay. Then I'll play with Dragonman. All right. So, lift the drink. Do not drink it. Now, the object is to throw the drink up and catch as much as you can in your mouth and in the cup.
This seems like quite a messy game for a political party.
Not if you're good at the game.
Oh boy.
So-
All right. I'm game. I'm game.
The person that spills least wins.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. He chucks his up into the air. The giant slosh of beer just flies into the air. It's, go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. Please be good. Oh, that's an 8.
That's not great. You see his slosh back down. He gets some in his mouth. Some of it lands in the cup. Most of it's on the table. You throw yours up into the air. And you focus so much on trying to drink some that you move the cup entirely away, and it all kind of splashes onto the table. Everyone just kind of explodes into laughter. The object is to keep the cup underneath.
Yeah. Sorry, this is the first time that I've played a game like this. Most drinking games that I've played, very different.
All right, one more time.
All right,
You
I'll play
there? He points at a waiter. More beers. You see the other guys around the table. They also grab a beer, and they all start playing at the same time. Yes, guys, you're just kind of watching this kind of all unfold and happen, and you feel a tap on your shoulder.
Yes.
Two of the young ladies over by the rose bush walked over and are standing next to you.
Hello.
Hi. You were the one that Lord Withermere was talking about from the monastery?
Oh, I guess so. Why do you ask?
We were just curious. Someone that Lord Withermere had so much reverence for. You must have a fun story.
Um, Not a lot,
Come
but
on,
maybe a
come on.
couple.
They like each put an arm under your arm and like lift you up and start walking you towards the rose bushes.
Vasher,
I'll be there in a minute. You'll Yeska, you'll be all right. I trust you'll be okay. I'll be
I'm
there.
more
I'll be
worried
there. Don't
about
worry.
you. Look, you're
No, 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 no,
soaked.
no, 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 no. This is fine. This is fine. Just trust in the trust me.
Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. Now tell us everything about the monastery.
Um, it's really nice, stained glass, lots of icons. Father Tommen worked very hard. Uh, um, we always made sure to keep it clean, but sometimes visitors didn't really care about that. Uh, um, what would you want to know?
Well, everything. I mean, there. Apparently, you healed his wife.
I didn't do that. I don't even remember her, but I'm sure that was Father Tommen.
You're finally over by the rose bushes. There's that third young lady that's currently seated by the rose bushes. She has bright red hair that is currently curled and tousled. She's wearing an equally bright red dress, and her eyes are piercingly green. Um, as she looks at you, she says, "This monastery.
Mm,
Whom do you worship there?"
we worship Kaza, of course.
She kind of nods. Roll insight.
Sure will. 7.
Um, you're too frazzled by the situation to notice any more about like what of her expressions, but you do notice that she is wearing a necklace that has um, the weights of judgment,
Mhm.
the icon of Kaza. I've personally never been to Haven. I've always wanted to know what it was like. I hear it's really hard to find.
It's not too hard to find. You just have to pass the stream about 60 paces to the west. Make sure you pass the big oak tree.
Is that really all it takes?
Uh, it was, but apparently everyone says you can't find it. Uh, I, I haven't tried to go back yet.
From everything that I've learned of Lord Withermere and his trials with his wife, he had to basically move mountains to find Haven.
Mm, That's right. He has been there. Maybe he can show me the way back.
She kind of looks over at the flowers again. So why did you leave?
Well, Father Tommen was getting really sick, and he told me to come here to find Brother Marcus, but Brother Marcus, he wasn't alive, and then I had a vision that said I didn't need to go back, and now I'm traveling with them. And I'll point over to Vasher as he spills more beer on his face.
Yeah. Do I need
Basher,
to make
roll
another
another.
dex?
Yeah, roll another dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that 12's a little better.
This time you see him kind of throw up a bunch of like the beer into the air. He catches a lot of it in the cup and some of it in his mouth. It still splashes a little bit, but it's much better than before.
He's the one who showed me how to get here. I had never left the monastery before now.
Is that all you want? Traveling around?
Um, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think that really matters.
Of course it matters. Everyone has to have something they're trying to do.
Mm, I don't know. I just try to help people as much as I can.
See, that's something. She kind of shrugs. You notice now the other two girls are just kind of like standing back. Go and roll insight one more time.
Sure. 14.
The 14, you're starting to understand that there's some kind of hierarchy thing going on here. Not entirely sure what's going on, but the redheaded woman seems to have more standing than the other two in one way or another. As this conversation continues, Leo, are you still with Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay. Catherine, Lord Phaisha got pulled away by someone else for a little bit, and you finally got to break away from this mass conversation about someplace called Whaletail Island.
Oh my god. Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I hate parties.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of intense.
Yeah, there's a lot
lot
of
of
people
people.
trying to talk to me, and that's like my nightmare, so.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
I heard that from a friend of yours, that you would be interested in some stories. My name is Lord Vint, and you are.
My name's Tethrin Shepherd, I'm the king of Oiltail Island.
A
I'm
king.
Leo.
And that's Leo.
Oh, you're an interesting one.
Not particularly.
Thank you.
I haven't seen a furbo since the war. Tell me, have your kind moved back to Zephyria?
Just a few.
Just a few. Well, I remember the Vorheel tribe. I remember the Mingathiran tribes. I remember the small empire that they had in northern Zephyria. Until, of course, Nuvis Kran did away with most of them, mainly with the plagues. But a lot of them were chased out to Varanmir, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's where most of them are, as far as I know.
Your first quite interesting. These stripy things. I've
Oh,
never...
yeah, thanks. It's new.
Oh, well, I see. So this is not your natural color.
Am I still like the same? Did my color change completely, or did just the markings are added?
Just the markings are added.
Okay.
Your general like figure is still the same. You just have a couple of
Gotcha.
like slightly like lighter spots that look like lightning
Yeah.
bolts.
No, I've been this color, I guess. Just the lightning things are new.
Oh, wow. It certainly is interesting. And then tell me, how is Varanmir still?
I actually haven't been there.
Oh, so you were born in Zephyria.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, well, and you were born in this shade?
Yes.
Oh, bless your heart, boy.
Did I recognize the tribe names that he was saying?
Roll a history check.
Okay. History. 14.
With 14, they sound foreign to you. Even the people that kind of retain the tribe names in Leaford haven't mentioned any of those names before.
Okay.
Yeah, any Saphirian furballs that were born in your shade, I thought were all killed.
Killed?
Yes, prevent the curse from coming back.
Huh. Okay. Is this like kind of common knowledge that I could find somewhere?
Are you asking him or me?
Yeah, him.
Oh, him? Well, I mean, I don't know if it's common knowledge. I did run into a couple of tribes back during the war, and I was able to learn about the culture of Furbolg kind. And the few remaining Furbolgs in Safiria that weren't chased away by Nuvskran. Um, yes, the your shade of fur was typically seen as a ill omen, not necessarily a curse, but just something to be wary of.
Oh, I guess that's news to me a little. I mean, kind of. I mean, there wasn't anyone else like me in my tribe that I grew up in, so it's not outrageous, I guess. Well,
Wow.
thanks for the information at least.
Anyway, back in the war, I typically dealt in a section of fighters known as the Fire Corps. And we typically used flames to kill our enemies. You understand what I'm talking about, right? He points at you, Tethrin.
Yes, I can give you a demonstration right now if you'd like.
Ah, no, I've been immune to fire for the majority of my life now.
Fireball.
How convenient.
Yes, he sticks his hand over a lit candle as he keeps talking.
Everybody can do that. I'll start passing my hand back and forth over the candle.
You start it's like, oh, so you're also immune. You see his hand erupt into flames and just grab your hand.
Uh,
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
You
18?
mad Ghost
With an
Rider.
18, you hold a stoic like face as your hand is being burned. You take 2 points of fire damage.
This seems awfully familiar.
Right? It is fun being fire resistant. How about you? He looks at you, Leo. His other hand ignites in flames.
No, thank you.
Ah, wow. But he and I can keep this up all day. Is that right?
Are you sure about that?
Why are you shaking your face?
I'll use shape water and splash it.
Oh, I see. A water genasi. Nice.
Do I look like a water ganassi to you?
Well, you just used a bunch of water. I don't
Well,
know
you
where it
just
came
used a
from.
bunch of water. Your eyes need checked, old man. I walk off.
They may
Never
need
touch the king again!
They may need checking. I'll do that. Thank you. You folks are so kind. As he starts tottering away.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, yes. He says, Zala and Raylan.
Hmm?
As you two are kind of like trying to move to a separate part of the party, I'm guessing you guys are. I don't know what you guys want to be doing during this portion.
Eating and
I'm sorry.
drinking silently.
I'm waiting on Zala. She's the one who organized this event, so whatever. I'm following her lead, but I'm not eating shit.
Okay. Lord Withramir stands and walks over to where you are, Zala, and sits next to you. So tell me, what brings you here to this part of Safiria?
Well, to be quite honest, I spent most of my time to the oh, my directions are all bad. East of Twin River, just, scouring the country, looking for ruins, looking for rocks that are cool. Um, and I realized it's ever so dreadfully boring to do so for your whole life. So I made my way here. Maybe someday I can get to the capital, experience what, real society looks like, bustling city. It would be just really wonderful to experience what Safiria really has to offer outside the country, you know?
Well, I suppose so. Yes. The country is very nice here, though. Um,
It's just beautiful. Just take we we take care of it so well.
yes, yes. I'm very proud of the enterprise that we have set upon ourselves. Ruby Apple Trading Company, moving so much merchandise through Yulecrest. The
Yes, it's
amount,
very impressive.
just the vast amount of foods that we bring in and out. Um, it is, it is quite interesting.
Mm. But where is the headquarters of the Ruby Apple Trading Company? Like, where's it all come from?
They are at the capital.
Oh, wow, son, it just moves so quick through Yulecrest. That's impressive. See,
Yeah,
I've never known that.
in the short 10 years that they have existed, they've created quite an empire for themselves.
Oh, they've only been around for 10 years?
Yes, the Ruby Apple
Wow.
Trading Company is the last guild to have successfully won the King's Challenge.
Oh. So who wins every other year? Wait, have they just been winning for 10 years straight?
No, 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 no. Uh, the King's Challenge is just that, a challenge. Anyone can take up the challenge.
Oh,
There just haven't been very many victors.
I see. What happens to a guild that wins? Is it just a promise of fame and fortune?
Fame is relative. It depends on what you want to do with your guild, really. That's
I
really
see.
why I'm asking. What do you want a guild for?
Well, I'm just in it for the adventure, to be honest. I'm not really sure, what the others want. I think mainly to help people is the feeling I'm getting from most of them.
Nobility is all well and good, but without a structured plan, your guild is going to be difficult to maintain for a long term.
I would agree. Perhaps we we take out criminals.
Take out criminals.
Like
That's
the
very
dinner.
vague.
What do you
For
think?
dinner. No, I believe that is my job. And he pats his belly.
Wait.
Well, what do you think a good, structured plan would be if you formed a guild?